Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Shaylin with 8-Bit Co-op, and I am back with another episode of the second quote-unquote season of The Long Dark. And during the last one, I nearly froze to death, I nearly hungered to death at one point, I nearly thirsted to death, but I managed to get us back on track. So that's where we are at, is back on track at this point. And we are going to be looking, hopefully today, what we can do is A, not get killed, yay, and B, find our way to a place where we can kind of create a home base. Because that's really important, having some place that you know that is there for you, where everybody knows your name. Oh wait. Never mind, that's awful close to a trademark violation. So I am going to start running around looking for some of the things that we do need, as well as a home base, a place to call my own, if you will. I'm kind of leaning towards going out there. Okay, sometimes you have to really listen to the ice, because if you don't, I keep thinking I'm hearing stuff, and what it is it's actually my daughter making tea. But I'm leaning towards the shelter out here. Yes, that means my previous thought has gotten lonely and went away. In order to make my home base, because it's central to the lake, but there's the road right there. We can go fishing, so it has easy access. And there's other houses and natural resources around. So that's what I was leaning towards. Besides, who doesn't want a house on a lake? That is like riverfront property. Isn't that always like the most expensive? Personally, I am so not into houses on the water. I'm not a water baby. My husband, he is a water baby. Oh my gosh, he lived in so many different places with water: Hawaii, Japan, California, Florida. Me, Michigan, Pennsylvania. You see the disparity in water to land ratio, or maybe not water to land ratio, because Michigan does have the lakes, but water to, we'll call it coastline ratios. Oh, I will tell you, our characters are like little Tiggers. Or Eeyores. Little Eeyores. Not Tiggers. Tiggers ADHD. Little Eeyores. In that she's always complaining about something. And it's like Misanthrope's home. Okay, let's see what the Misanthrope had. Well, he had a wraparound porch. That's a good start. Hopefully, he also had a... No! Ugh. I was going to say, hopefully he had a... What are those things called? Fireplace. I do not see one. Which is not a very good sign for me. So this will not be home base. Home base is going to require a fire. I can't live without a fire. Nope, sure can't.
Okay.
Just like that? It'll be alright. Oh, I thought something else blinked over there. But, you know, it's really interesting, some of the things that she said. Oh, another smallmouth bass. In my last playthrough, where I had a huge operator
Best be
error.
prepared for anything.
Who keeps peanut butter in the fridge? Anyway, I was able to catch my own smallmouth bass, and that was a phenomenal source of calories. The caloric intake for some fish is phenomenal. So when people say that, oh, fish are healthy, you know, some fish have more fat than others. That's what the omega-3, the fatty acids are, that are good for your brain housing. So, let's see. No. I'm always on the lookout for can openers, because can openers, sewing kits, and tools. Those are my big
I wonder
things.
if I can drop any of this gear.
Is she encumbered? Oh, she sure is. And ask and you shall receive. Look what I have found. A can opener. I love opening can. Oh, look, and a cup of cold coffee. Which,
Never know.
you know
Could
what?
end up being useful.
It's cold coffee, but it's coffee nonetheless. Since this is a 2-story, maybe there is something upstairs in the way of a heating element. So, I wonder what these people had against electric heat. I'm just saying. I don't see baseboard heaters. I don't see anything like that. So, I just always have wondered. I don't know. That seems like a really small thing to consider, but for me, I always do anyway. Crackers! Oh, I was talking to someone
I think I can use this.
today, and mid-conversation, they were like, oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my goodness, really? Oh, okay, good, go ahead. And she's like, no, I'm gonna be sick. You know, she's got a little bit of the pregnancy syndrome going on. And so I was like, oh my gosh, go ahead. And then when she came back, I was laughing.
This'll
She's
come
like,
in handy.
I'm glad you find this so funny. I'm like, oh, I do. I do. And she's like, well, what's so funny? And I said, soda crackers, any kind of crackers at this point, if you're feeling that nauseous, they are your friend. Because I will tell you what, that whole morning sickness thing, I was not down for it. I was not willing to deal
Probably
with
useful.
it. Oh, painkillers. So, yeah, I figured out whatever I needed to do to not deal with it when I had my child. I am not dealing with that mess. Okay, so let's see how encumbered I am and what I can do about it. I can eat something and drink something. Let's drink this cup of coffee. It's cold, but there are many people I know that love cold coffee. And, oh my gosh, I have 82. Okay, basic winter coat. It's only at 60. So, what do I have on top right now? I have a thin wool sweater. So I should be able to wear this over top of that. Bingo! A down vest. That's a top layer. No. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and harvest that real quick. You see our numbers going down. 27%. Let's go ahead and harvest that. Get that out of the way. Let's see, a fleece sweater. That's a mid-layer. That's a mid-layer. 71, 87. At 87, nah. No, I don't want to repair it. I want to harvest it. So I can get some of this other stuff up maybe a little bit higher. So that it doesn't poke down. Like these shoes. Go ahead and harvest them so I can get my boots better. Okay. And you know, you would think that after a while your character would be able to go faster with harvesting because they just know how to do it. But I do not see that at all. I just constantly see 20 minutes, 20 minutes, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see what we need to increase that's on the borderline. These boots and these jeans are more on the borderline than anything else that I see. I'm gonna have to find another sewing kit soon. Because I will tell you, at 65, that is scary. Let me go ahead and see. There we go, we can repair those. But It is quite scary when you're noticing your supplies dwindling away slower and slower. Okay, so do we have everything above 70, roughly? Oh, nope, not our toque. Toque. Let's repair our toque. And as long as everything's up above 70, I will be good. Cancel. Okay, let's get us something to drink. Wow, we have 11.8 pounds. So we know where a snot ton of our stuff is at. It is right here in our... Okay, and then we're still hungry. It's right here in our food and drink, actually. Let's go ahead and eat these. These are really good calories, and I have the water to support it right now. The bad thing is that these weigh a little bit less than nothing. I mean... Let me go ahead and drink to get rid of the thirst that brought on, because the crackers always bring on thirst. That's just how that is. Okay, and let's go ahead and sleep until morning. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and sleep until morning. I like to sleep until a little bit past morning, like an hour past morning, so that I know that the sun is up and, you know, things have just been, you know, kind of moving around. And okay, so it's 1,200 calories. Let us go ahead. That's really good protein and energy. Okay, what is really low? Let's go ahead and eat these. We'll open them with a can opener. I like the sounds that they put in. I mean, for me, just those small things really make the game. I mean, they really do. Let me see, what else do I have here that I can... Oh, I can drink some of this to help with my thirst. And I'm going to be topping out in calories, so... Oh, I hate when my fingers get in the way of that. Okay, my thirst is still pretty high, so... Let me drink... You know what? Water is pretty heavy. That's 9.9 pounds, so I'm going to be drinking water like a fiend. It's really weird because it's almost like I'm doing a battle here. What's heavier? So... I like the can of the sound, or the sound of the can opener. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I really do. I think it's just neat. I am not thirsty. So, I reached the part where I'm not thirsty, I'm not hungry. So, okay, everything here looks pretty good. I'm gonna need another one of those. I mean, there's just no way that you can get around it. So, okay. So let's go ahead and move on. Hopefully the weather outside isn't too horrible, because this is not a suitable arrangement for us for... Unfortunately for our home base, this isn't a suitable place to be. So maybe on the other island there will be something that we can do. Oh. You gotta be careful falling like that. I may hit up a couple of these little camps on the way over. You know what? I need to just go find a house, stick with my plan. Whenever I have not stuck with my plan, things have gone cataclysmically wrong. It has been an ELE for my character, so I'm just going to run over to this house and see if there is something over here with a fireplace. Not good. That looks like a bear. Yeah, I'm not going to take on a bear right now. So next option is to continue down the road this way. The good thing is we are not freezing, we are not hungry. At this point, we're not thirsty. Again, at this point,
Goodness. Made it through another night.
made it through. That's right. I'm going to try to get off the lake then. Oh snap, a bear. If a bear gets me, I am toast. Bears are worse than wolves, and I have absolutely nothing to defend myself with. Except a pry bar and a flare. There's the way up to the lookout. That's a stag. I think those are the houses we originally came from when we started across. There's another stag. That looks like a stag over there. Stag, deer, antelope, whatever. That's all synonymous terms for me. I'll tell you, one of the scariest things I've ever done in this game is when I was walking along. I was kind of walking along the edge where the ice turns blue, and next thing I knew, I fell through the crack. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do. And I didn't die, however, well, I didn't die immediately. Let me say that. I did die. I always die. I just didn't die right that minute. It just freaked me out. I was like, I didn't know the ice could break. I just didn't. And I was like, oh my gosh, the first thing they tell you, like I said in the last episode, is you have to be aware of the thickness of the ice you're walking on. So I'm going to try to stick close to whatever rocks are around. It looks like the animals are out just in droves at this point. I'm not sure if that is the place. That looks like... No, we went into a two-tiered house here with a trailer near it. I may swing through just to make sure. Just swing, like, through the camp a little bit. So... But I'll tell you what, getting lost in the wilderness is just so scary. It's scary, scary, scary. I've done it. Been there. I do not think we have been here. This is a nice big house here. Waterfront cottages. Okay, let me say it this way. I don't recall being here. It does not mean I have not been here. However, there is not a fireplace so far. And that is, again, not a good thing.
That stuff will come in handy.
That's exactly what we need, is a fireplace. I need my fire. I'm hot-blooded. I cannot regulate my own body temperature. Help me here. Ooh, a ski jacket. That is boss. Bum diggity.
Okay.
Okay, so what... You know what, I'm going to go ahead and put on now. I have to put on now. Because if I don't... 1.6, 5.1. Let me see if I repair this. If it'll be any better. Because anytime I knew... Okay, I'm going to repair it up to about the same amount as the other one. Because... Okay, they're roughly equivalent. That's 5.1, that's 3.6. A ski jacket. Crap. Well, I'm gonna get my 2 scraps out of it. I mean, I think I would have been 2 scraps up. No, I would have. There is no I think. You know, there is no I think. I would have been two scraps up had I not had that doubt. And for some reason I knew, but I didn't pay attention to my own instincts. And that's one of the things that in true survival, if you don't pay attention to those instincts, you're bound to be toast. You're bound to be toast. Did I open those already? I didn't eat them before? Oh, goodness gracious. Gracious, gracious. I thought that I had opened it up. I mean, I thought that I had it.
I'll take it.
Tongue in the way of the eye tooth again. So, no, I don't want to light anything. I want to search stuff. Search ton o' stuff. I like stuff. Antiseptic. That means somebody got caught before they died. You can hear my husband. He's over there chomping on one of his power bars. He loves power bars. You heard him open a wrapper. It was like crinkle, crinkle. Oh, that other sound was my version of crinkling.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Tin of sardines. I've never had sardines for real. I've heard that they were very fishy, but I've never had them myself, so I can't judge them. However, having said that, I don't want to... Oh, do you hear my baby crying? My poor little crybaby in the back.
Best be prepared for anything.
He's just back there just making all kind of holy noise because he was left inside when the other doggy got to go outside. How dare us? You hear him? Because we have to, see, the thing is we have to take our dogs out separately because...
I can use this.
Oh, basic hiking boots. Nice. Because if we don't, we have to take them out on a leash. And if we don't, they'll, like, try to go play with the other dog next door. Unfortunately, they do it through the fence. And, you know, we just really can't let them go through the fence at the other dogs. You know, our neighbors, I think, would have a bit of a problem with that. So...
This'll come in handy.
A premium winter coat. Maybe that is our ticket. Is a premium winter coat. So let me look at this and see if a premium winter coat would be the ticket. Yes, a premium winter coat is better than a basic winter coat. I was just double checking because I'm just checking my judgment here, you know. So let me go ahead and harvest some of this because I'm already way encumbered. And I don't need to be any more encumbered. Our mittens are already at 95%. So, let me just go ahead and harvest through some of this stuff. Because I know the weight of 2 cloth is a lot better than the weight of... Okay, then we got all of those. Let me see what my food hunger, like there's gonna be a drink hunger. That doesn't make sense. I mean, come on now. I'm gonna drink Stacy's grape soda. Can anybody please, if there's anything that you can tell me in the comments, tell me why there's Stacy's grape soda. That gets a name, but it's regular Summit soda, regular orange soda. I mean, even the condensed milk doesn't get help. It could be Bessie's condensed milk, but Stacy gets her own grape soda. So can anyone please tell me why? Because I have never understood that, and that is something that I would truly like to know. That's something I've asked several times, and everybody... is like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know either. And I want to know. Because I'm nosy like that. Now, what would be really cool is if I found out, like, Stacy's his wife, and he wanted to, you know, pay homage to her support while he was making this game, or she, or, you know, or maybe Stacy's her husband. I've known several guys named Stacy, you know, or it's just their significant other, whoever it may be. But I'm just sitting here and I'm like, who in the Hades is Stacy, and why are they so important? You know, why couldn't it be Shaylin's or 8-Bit? Ooh, look at that picture. That's a pretty picture. That makes me sad, though. It's a pretty picture, but it does make me sad. It makes me sad. We had a dog who was a really beautiful, beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. His name was Noah. But Noah had a little bit of problem with puberty. As in, he didn't know how to handle it. You know, he'd just come into puberty, and his life was a little rough, you know, because he was a poor Alaskan Malamute who, you know, nobody, you know, spent more than 4 hours a day playing with or brushing, and he felt he needed at least 6 hours of people playing with him and brushing him. Well, what happened is that when he hit puberty, my daughter hit puberty. Well, when you have two species hitting puberty at the same time, that's never a good thing. Like, ever. And what happened is that, it kind of took a nip at my daughter, so we had to get rid of him. And he was one of the most beautiful Alaskan Malamutes that I've ever seen. Oh, he was just beautiful. But he was huge. Oh my goodness. He was like over 100 and some pounds, and he was only 8 months old. So he was going to be one of the biggest Alaskan Malamutes that I had ever seen. And when we had to return him to the breeder because of the incident, oh, another sewing kit, yay! Then, you know, she was even like, oh my goodness,
ended up being useful.
Look at what happened. How? What? Wow. He's huge. And I said, I know. And, I mean, but just huge and beautiful. It was sad. It was a sad day for me. Those are the type, and when I get, when we build our house, because right now we're renting until I decide what state I want to live in. But whenever I decide what state I want to live in and we get our own house, we're going to have a big enough yard for us to have the dogs we want. And I know that I still want an Alaskan Malamute. I've always wanted one. I had one as a kid, and I want one. So, this person loved grape soda. Loved grape soda. Grape soda and granola bars. That doesn't seem like a very good mix now, does it? That's like weird. I don't know. Oh, whoops, that's the entranceway. That's where we came in. I'm getting so encumbered that I'm slowing down. I think that I'm going to have to find a base camp. Oh, here's a dude. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we didn't find a base camp. I was hoping that there would be something up top here, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish searching this. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and complete this episode, and
best be prepared for anything.
That music gets really ominous when you find dead people. But I'm going to go ahead and close this episode while I finish this and do the rest of my my harvesting and things, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.